Alright, you fools. So, I've been working on the PC case, and it's been coming along. It's coming along. So, in the last clips, I drew out what I wanted to cut, and I've done some work on this since then because I just wasn't able to film because I just didn't feel like it. But I did all my cuts on that I needed to make on this box. So we got these two massive Holster fans in the front. These are both for 140 mils, and I figured out how I'm gonna mount the power supply and everything like that in here. Got it all kind of in my head how I want to do it. Can't really see it. I just have dots there where I'm gonna put screws in, and I got this cut out, and I got. Hang on, guys. Let me reach over here and grab it. Acrylic cut, and well, I cut the acrylic, and it goes over there like just like so. It's very nice, and it's pretty nice. Although I'm thinking I might widen this hole because this was here originally, but I'm thinking I might widen that hole out so it'd have like another fan either. Probably no, I don't. If I put another fan, it won't be there. It'll probably be like here on the bottom. I don't know. We'll see how good the cooling is just as is. But as you can see, the hole is on the wrong side of the case. So this is actually a left-handed PC. So on most computers, the PC sits on the right side of your desk. This one actually will sit on the left side of the desk, which I don't know. I've seen them designed like that, and they look really cool, and I wanted to try it. So here's the motherboard we're putting in it, and AORUS Z390 Pro Wi-Fi. Yep, and it's got the 9700K in it. The reason I didn't really have to worry about figuring out where I'm going to mount a hard drive in this thing is because I do have an M.2 SSD in here, and it's a terabyte of storage, which should be plenty, but, well, I might add more eventually. So, in this computer, the motherboard actually sits upside down, kind of like so. It's going to sit about right there, just like that. And I have this cut out back here for the I/O ports. I've got some mounts here for a couple 120mm fans, like this one. There's a Lindsay XT fan here. And I should have a couple of those mounted on the inside of the case. Right there to provide an ample amount of stuff. I'll probably take this fan off and just move both fans here. That way you can just suck all of this air straight out the back of the case. And then it's going to have a very strange setup for the power supply. Oh, my power supply is still sitting over there. Anyhow. But it's going to be mounted right here. And the fan on my power supply is a 140 mil, and it's just going to mount straight to the front of the case. So the power supply is basically going to be sucking in fresh air right here, and then blowing it out and down to combine with this stream of air to blow that way. Now, this isn't a super high performance power supply, and it doesn't get very hot, so it doesn't really blow out hot air at all. And so, I'm just going to get everything situated, and then we're going to start mounting stuff just to make sure it all fits. And then I'll see about getting that acrylic window on here. Although I still got to sand down all the stuff. I'm going to make some stuff because, as you can see, I messed up a little bit along the edges. It's not completely straight because I did it with a jigsaw. But it's fine. I feel like I did okay for doing it with a jigsaw. But we'll see. And Yeah, I'm going to go get the power supply, get everything ready to go, and then we will start mounting. First of all, you got your CPU bracket, cooler bracket just sticking out there. Mine has the plate for the I/O ports is like screwed onto the back of my thing, and so it sticks out some. So you can't just run a screw through the motherboard and screw it straight to the thing, or you'll bend it, crack it, and then screw everything up, and you will be very sad. Because these are not cheap at all. I was very lucky because somebody didn't want one, and they gave it to me. Otherwise, I would not own a very nice computer. So, I'm very thankful for it. I'm going to try not to break it. So, solution to that, you can go on Amazon and buy those. Which, these little things... Yeah. Oh, come on. Stay like that. Are PCB risers. And what they do is they lift the computer motherboard off the thing, and then you can just screw a screw directly into it. So you just take these little screws, which are like little machine screws that you use to screw your motherboard in. Come on, camera, focus. Please? Okay, no. Okay. My little camera doesn't want to focus. And it just screws into the top of it. Here, I think I already had one. No, I didn't. This is very hard to do with one hand, guys. It is so hard. Oh, I got it. Okay, there we go. And so your motherboard is sandwiched in there. And then you can just take a big screw and then put it through this hole down here. Like that. And then, so this will lift it just like, I think like an inch, which I accounted to have plenty of clearance in here, so I'm not worried about clearance issues. So all I gotta do is get all these lined up where they're gonna go, is screw them in. So I'm gonna have one there, one there, one there, one there, there, and there. I think that's the mounting pattern for those. I want to say that's right. Oh wait. Oh no. Here, I'm gonna crud. Here, I don't want to like be using my nice computer to like test fit things, so I have this old motherboard here. This is an MSI MS7599 version 2.1. That's a pretty nice little, for like an older motherboard. It's actually really nice. Don't look at that CPU cooler. It's kind of a disgrace, I know, but it is zip tie approved. Okay, don't question it. Literally, the whole thing is zip tied together. Like, cooling block and all is just zip tied. It's awesome. So all you like perfect computer people out there who never do anything wrong, be disturbed. I don't care about your sanity because I just don't. And it's funny to make you guys cry. Okay, those two holes are right. That hole's right. That hole's right. And that hole's right. That hole just doesn't exist. Or wait, well, I mean the hole exists. The dot for the hole doesn't exist. If that makes sense. Okay, that's... I think all that's correct. That one's correct. Okay, we can go find a sharp. Alright, so I went ahead and and remarked all the holes. So they're all correct, I think. Hopefully. And little Joe approves. See, he says he has a thumbs up. It's adorable. Everybody loves little Joe. You can just kind of chill out right there. I actually know what it's actually a car scent thing, but I'll set him in front of my fans, because I had my computer sitting on my desk, and the fans would just blow at me, so I set him in front of it, and it would smell like vanilla whenever I turned my computer on. It was awesome. Anywho, I'm still gonna figure out a way to like stick him to the front or something, because he's just little Joe and he's adorable. Everybody loves little Joe. Alright, so now that this has been used for its purposes, I think it has an AMD Phenom 2 CPU in it? Phenom 2 X4? It's the Phenom 2 X4 in it, I think. Which I know is actually supposed to be a really, really nice processor, because I've heard of people overclocking the Phenom 2s to like, they've been overclocked to speeds that you shouldn't overclock things to. Like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just like not do this. I'm gonna do this because I want this plug. Goodness. Okay, yeah, I need that plug because this fan got the plug cut off of it, and it's just doesn't have a plug. I need that plug to wire onto it so I can use it, because it's rude. Also, I'm feeling gypped. Like, so if you know things, you know things. But like, if you see this, but see, look at this. You have 3 PCIe X16 slots. Okay, so aka graphics card slots. But only one of them is wired for PCIe X16. This one is wired for PCIe X8. And that one's wired for PCIe X4. And then we have 3 PCIe X1 slots. But I thought I had 3 PCIe X16s. Like that, I feel gypped. This is not even fair. Oh, there's sawdust in there. Okay, I need to like... There's like this dust on the back of my thing from when I set it in there. Like trying to figure out what it was. There's sawdust in there. Okay, I need to clean that out. Let me go get like a thing to clean that out with. Alright. Clorox wipe. Clean all this out. Yeah, you see all that? Yeah, we don't want that on there. No dusties. I mean, like, a couple dusties probably won't, like... I mean, they're not gonna, like, destroy the PC. Like, it won't hurt it, but, like... Nobody likes dust. See? I mean, that's gross. I mean, it is literally just wood shavings, but, like... Still, it's gross. Oh, yeah. So, in the last video, that was my little tablet computer. I was talking about the Optiplex. This is the Optiplex that I have. Yeah, it's not modified at all. Yeah. I may or may not have cut a hole in it to let heat out the top. It has no thing. It does have an awesome CPU cooler. This thing lights up. It looks absolutely awesome. The 500 gig WD Blue. It's got an i5 6500 in it. 3.4 gigahertz quad core. That thing is awesome. Although it likes to crash because it only has 8 gigs of RAM, and 8 gigs of RAM in today's world is like not enough. I mean, it's doable. Like that tablet I had 8 gigs of RAM, and it was more than usable. So the thing with this is if I do that, the hole where it screws in is right there. That will mess things up. I gotta have the hole where the motherboard screws into over that. So I can do that. just like so. I'm gonna try to like 3D print a thing, like a divider thing to go on here, and then I can do some like cool lights or something. I don't know. I'm probably gonna paint like the inside of this like white, because I think white in here with the black computer parts is just, it would really pop and it would look so cool. So I'm gonna screw this in, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I think actually what I'm gonna do. Yeah, excuse me. No, I'm not, because I don't want to break something. I'm gonna have to put you guys down for this because I can't hold a camera and screw stuff in at the same time and make it look half decent. So I'm gonna put you guys down. Yeah, actually, I might be able to just like kind of prop you up right there. Yeah, guess that works. Okay. Gotta get that right there. Oh, that doesn't work. Ah! I'm gonna get a drill. A drill is just, it would be so much better. Alright, so we found the solution to our troubles. It's definitely not overkill at all. Not one bit at all whatsoever overkill. I think it's okay. It might have enough power to put this tiny little screw in. Okay. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. Okay. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Okay, then I can just like wiggle it to get it like lined up with the thing. No, did it stick through the other side? No, it didn't. Sweet. I was kind of worried with these screws that they might like kind of stick through the other side of the thing. But it seems that they'll hold just fine. Alright, so I'm going to put the rest of these in, and then I'll catch you later. Alright, so we got all 6 of them in. Got some leftovers for other projects, so that's always nice. Kind of pack those back up in a little bottle. Well, I'll need screws out of there here in a sec. Well, the reason I'm not doing the 9 screws, because I think this motherboard uses 9 screws. The reason I'm not doing that is because, like, I don't care. I really don't, because the 6 screws that hold up, that's a 6 screw motherboard, because that's ATX, yeah, that's an ATX. This is an EATX. If I'm correct, it's an EATX. It's an EATX motherboard. So it has like another 1.5 to 2 inches this way. And literally all that is just some RAM cards. And like part of your PCH right here. But like other than that, it's not really any weight over here. So like I'm not worried about it. Right here is where the main part of your weight is going to go, because it's that absolute chunk of a CPU cooler is mounted right there, and that weighs like 2 pounds. But you have a screw here, a screw here, a screw there, and a screw there for that. Oh, not sure if that my thing will fit there. It's, oh wait, no, that would be this screw. That would be that screw. It's probably fine. Let's see what it looks like with the motherboard in it. This thing should look pretty sick. Okay, there we go. All the screws like sort of line up, because They're not like 100% lined up, but I can like wiggle those little things around a little bit, make them fit correctly. You got plenty of clearance there. Plenty of clearance for my power supply. Plenty of clearance for fun things there. I'm gonna do like a cool thing there. I think I'm gonna 3D print a thing. Plenty of fan clearance. Plenty of graphics card clearance because so I never really thought if I wanted to like put. I really thought about it like wanting to put like a really big beefy graphics card in this thing, cause I did look on Amazon and you can get a 3050 OC edition for like, I want to say it was like $160, which an RTX 3050, I mean, not bad, but it's nothing to be sneezed at. And with the power supply here, because I was like thinking about getting a graphics card so I can like do things in CAD without the whole computer just breaking. With this there, I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Okay, I left enough room to have things. Okay, that's good. I left enough room for my cable. No, I did not. I left enough room for like these cables. So I swapped that around the wrong way. I should have just left it so I can have these come. Oh wait, no, I can't have those coming out the top because this cable needs to be long enough to reach over there. We'll figure it out as we go. Now, no, that won't work. Now, I had this cable that was like this, and then the cable like went out the side of it over there. But like this can bend over substantially, so I think if I like kind of like heat it up a little bit, like with like a lighter or something, just kind of like wave it under it, like heat it up, and then I'd really bend it over good. Because it like won't hurt the wires. It's not like hot enough to like melt it, just make it like warm and not super stiff. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take my RAM cards out, just so I don't break them. And I really don't want to break them. Does yours have more lights on them? Yeah, I was going to... Sorry, I forgot I was cameraing. And I was having a conversation with myself. I'm going to ask my mom if she wants to trade graphics cards, RAM cards, because we both have the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro, but she's got 4 sticks of 8 gigabytes, and I've got 2 sticks of 16 gigabytes, so both 32 gigs of RAM, but hers have the white heatsink on them, and I really like the white heatsink, plus there's also 4 cards, so I can have more RGB, must have more RGB in the computer, because everybody likes lights, and lights are fun. And I'm just terrible. Anywho. No, I'm probably just gonna keep these ones. I like these ones. Because I don't need more RGB. I just want more RGB. There's a difference there. Technically, I don't even need a computer. Honestly, I could live without a computer. Like, a lot of people, like, just couldn't. But, I mean, I feel like I could live without a computer. I like making things work, and computers are one of those things that are just fun to play with. And so I like to work on them. But I could definitely live without one. Like, if it came down to it. Okay, that got off topic very quickly. Okay, so I can just put my little screw there, take my screwdriver, and these do have metal nuts on the inside, so like, here, let me show you. So you got the little metal thing in there, and so it's like a nut and bolt. So, I have a magnetic screwdriver, and I don't want to screw up things. Don't get that near my little SSD there. Might lose a few files. Oh yeah, see, that screws in very nice. Yeah, I mean, that screws in really nice and drops the screwdriver. Guys, I'm filming, don't judge. Okay, that is a thing, so I can't get that super tight. But it fits. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and back off of the screw just in case I gotta like wiggle it around a little bit. So let me finish putting the screws in here and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so yeah, that one just doesn't fit at all. And I don't feel like taking it apart again, so I'm just gonna leave it. And I think 5 screws is gonna be just fine. Oh, I just dropped a screw. So, yeah, funny thing. So you know that screw down there that everybody hates because, like, you can't get to it unless you have just a really good screwdriver, and even then you still are most likely to, like, drop the screw and then, like, you just get it stuck down in there and then you're just miserable, and you can't just turn a computer on with a screw loose in it because you'll fry something. A hole here. So I can just put my hand with my little tiny screwdriver. I'll just stick my hand through that hole. And hang up. Maybe put the screw in. This is literally the worst one. It's either this one or this. No, this one's still the worst. That one over there is probably the easiest. If not, like, that one. That one's pretty easy, too. But this one, let me tell ya, is just... It's determined to just not be put in. Okay, we got it. Yay. Hooray and hurrah. Look at all that clearance under there. Look at all that clearance. There's so much clearance. I can literally stick my finger under there. So I'm thinking about doing like getting like a laptop cooling fan, like putting it like at the back of it, so it like blows like fresh air under it. So like, I have one somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. A laptop cooling fan. Just like kind of mounting it like in here somewhere, and so it can like blow fresh air under here and cool the backside of everything. Cause like, my question is, why don't we have double-sided CPU coolers? Like, I feel like that just makes sense. Like, why are we only cooling one side of it? It would be like so much more effective if we cooled both sides. But like, you know, it's good. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it upright. Sweet. That looks awesome. That looks absolutely awesome, and it's upside down and everything. See, it's just upside down. I really like that. I'm gonna see how that. I'm gonna do some more research of this on this power supply and see if we. Well, I say research, I mean test fitting things and trying to get it to plug everything in. But motherboard's mounted. That is awesome. And I will leave a link in the description to these things. They're on Amazon. They're like $6 or like $7. And if you're gonna do like a DIY case thing like this, go buy some. It's worth it to do that. And like, if you want a window, just go buy a sheet of acrylic, like I did. You can't even see it. It's just so clear and nice. Look at that. I mean, it's dusty right now because I've been working by it. But like, once that's all clean, once there's no fingerprints or anything on it, clean the dust off, get some RGB lights going in there, paint the whole inside white. It's gonna look so cool. But I just needed a case for now, and then I can paint it and stuff later. you know, I say I'm going to do it later, it's probably going to be forever before I actually get around to painting it, because as of now, oh wow, it snowed more. Yeah, as of now, there's snow outside, and I guess you can't really see through my tiny little window crack because I have curtains up. Those are single pane windows, and it gets very cold in my room, so I have curtains up, very heavy curtains up, to kind of keep as much heat in this room as I can. And I'm doing this on my bed, so eventually I'm working on remodeling the attic, and eventually I'm gonna get the attic done, and I'm gonna have a workspace up there for working on stuff like this. And then I have my shop out there for working on stuff like my 4-wheeler. It'll be awesome, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna have a bit of a moment here because I'm gonna go on a rant. And this is just one of my pet peeves. So I've always wanted to run multiple monitors on my integrated graphics, okay? And so on the little Dell Optiplex, it's fine. Alright, because you have one HDMI port, 2 display ports, and a VGA. I think that's VGA. Is it D-sub? Because there's one that they look alike, but one's VGA and the other one's D-sub. I think that's the D-sub. But so not 3, but 4 video ports on a $350 PC, probably when this thing was new, or when just the motherboard, not including CPU or anything, just the motherboard. That was probably $300, like new. And they give you a single HDMI of all things, one of them. I feel like if I bought this thing and I realized it only had one port for integrated graphics, one port, I would feel a little gypped. But I got it for free, so I don't care. I mean, okay, no, I do care because I'm going on a rant about it. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, really one monitor will get you by. But having 2 is just really nice for multitasking. If you do CAD or anything like that. Or even if you just like to, like, even school. Like, you can have, like, your assignment pulled up on one screen, and then you, like, have your Google Docs or Word or Excel sheet or whatever on the other screen, and just read stuff on one and write stuff on the other. It's awesome. Anywho, yeah, I'm done with my rant now. Alright, so I think how this is going to have to work, so I'm looking through the front of the case right now. Now, these are not perfect circles at all, but it's going to have mesh over the whole thing. Plus, I got this here, and then that, all there is going to come through that hole. With this little thing I made in CAD, and that'll go there. It'll go there, and then we're going to have like some black mesh behind it, so you really won't see the fans in the front. It'll still look nice, though. We'll see how that goes. I might even just throw a 120 in here, just kind of. Bleh. Oh, yeah, see, it's a good thing I took my lights out. And yeah, just do like something like that, and just like we'll see. So I'm just gonna use like because this is a 140mm fan. You got the screws holding the fan in right there, and then but it sandwiches to this case. So I'm like, so what if I take these screws and just run them through the whole thing, and we'd be good to go, and just mount this whole chunk straight to the other side of the thing, and it would look kind of like that from this side. I don't know. We'll see. I can't really do this while holding the camera, so I'm gonna just do it, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so this might be the sketchiest if not the awesomest way to mount a power supply ever. It is zip tie approved. Alright guys, so this might be the sketchiest PSU mount ever recorded in the history of sketchy PSU mounts. So this is the fan here. It is zip tie approved, guys. Get zip ties holding the entire thing on. Oh, the entire thing isn't on there. It's just like the fan and then the top of the case is just kind of sandwiched in there. The rest of the PSU is over here. So what you do is you don't do this if you have a new PSU because it will void your warranty. And we don't want to be voiding warranties, guys. Heaven forbid. But this thing's literally older than I am, so I don't care. There's no way that this thing has like a however old this thing is license. Okay, so I'm just gonna plug the fan into the spot where you plug the fan in. So this did have like glue holding it together. I just kind of like popped off of there. Hang on, guys. Yeah. Sit there for a second. Look at my beautiful drill. There we go. We got fan plugged in. And then I can just take this, like that, and then like slide it up into there. Pop that on that way, and then pop that on back there. Oh no. I realized things. Because that's not gonna work. Oh, I mean, like, it'll work, but it's just not gonna, like, work. Oh. Okay. I don't think it'll fall out. But the screws that hold this on are now, like, buried in there, and I can't put them back in anymore. Don't question it, guys. Don't question it. It's fine, everything's fine. But all my little cables should fit pretty nicely. And I don't know if I can still fit a fan in there because that is a small little hole. Alright. So yeah, power supply's mounted. Power supply's mounted. Sorta. I'm probably gonna do like a I know what I'll do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab one of those little thingies that I had, the PCB mounts, and then I can make it where I can like spin it around and like lock it in. I think is how I'll do that. So I'll do that and then show you guys how it looks. Alright, you guys, so we got the power supply nicely mounted up in here. We got everything plugged in, and I went ahead and I just wired all the fans in. So we got another 140 in front, we got 120 mil cooling the CPU, we got two 120s in the back, and the PCH isn't actively cooled. It is not actively cooled. And you know what, guys? There we go. Little Joe. Okay, no, that's not where I want Little Joe. We gotta find a spot for Little Joe, guys. Okay, here we can set Little Joe right there. Look at him, he's adorable. He can just chill out. Little Joe approved PC. He's just chilling on the cards. He's got stilts. You get the OCZ power supply. Check that out. It's Fatality 550 watt. So I'm just gonna put the front in, and then I gotta put a power cable in it, and then we gotta fire it up. See how it goes. Alright, so we got the front on. I designed this little thing in CAD and then 3D printed it, and it's just kind of hot glued on the inside of the thing here. And you can see the fans in there, but like, I mean, I'm gonna get like some like an air filter, like black air filter stuff. And then like the cable I need for my power supply, like I don't have it right now, so I'm just gonna. It's probably fine. And it just kind of goes out the back there. Whatever. Let's go. Well, I gotta make a little power button to go up there, and then after that, we'll be ready to fire this thing up. I'm not gonna be finishing it in this video, but eventually I'm going to get the side of it on, so the acrylic side, and I'm gonna finish sanding it, painting the inside. It'll look super awesome. Alright, you fools. So, I've been working on the PC case, and it's been coming along. It's coming along. So, in the last clips, I drew out what I wanted to cut, and I've done some work on this since then because I just wasn't able to film because I just didn't feel like it. But I did all my cuts on that I needed to make on this box. So we got these two massive holes for fans in the front. These are both for 140 mils, and I figured out how I'm gonna mount the power supply and everything like that in here. Got it all kind of in my head how I want to do it. Can't really see it. I just have dots there where I'm gonna put screws in, and I got this cut out. And I got, hang on guys, let me reach over here and grab it. Acrylic cut, and, well, I cut the acrylic. And it goes over there like just like so. It's very nice. And it's really nice. Although I'm thinking I might widen this hole, because this was here originally, but I'm thinking I might widen that hole out. So it'd have like another fan, probably, no, I don't, if I put another fan it won't be there, it'll probably be like here on the bottom. I don't know, we'll see how good the cooling is just as is. But, as you can see, the hole is on the wrong side of the case. So, this is actually a left-handed PC, so on most computers the PC sits on the right side of your desk. This one actually will sit on the left side of the desk, which I don't know. I've seen them designed like that, and they look really cool, and I wanted to try it. So here's the motherboard we're putting in it, and AORUS Z390 Pro Wi-Fi. Yep. And it's got the 9700K in it. The reason I didn't really have to worry about figuring out where I'm going to mount a hard drive in this thing is because I do have an M.2 SSD in here, and it's a terabyte of storage, which should be plenty, but well, I might add more eventually. So in this computer, the motherboard actually sits upside down, kinda like so. It's gonna sit about right there, just like that. And I have this cut out back here for the I/O ports. I've got some mounts here for a couple 120mm fans, like this one. There's a Lindsay XT fan here. And I should have a couple of those mounted on the inside of the case. Right there to provide an ample amount of stuff. I'll probably take this fan off and just move both fans here. That way you can just suck all of this air straight out the back of the case. And then it's going to have a very strange setup for the power supply. Oh, my power supply is still sitting over there. Anyhow. But it's going to be mounted right here. And the fan on my power supply is a 140 mil, and it's just going to mount straight to the front of the case. So the power supply is basically going to be sucking in fresh air right here, and then blowing it out and down to combine with this stream of air to blow that way. Now, this isn't a super high performance power supply, and it doesn't get very hot, so it doesn't really blow out hot air at all. And so I'm just going to get everything situated, and then we're going to start mounting stuff just to make sure it all fits. And then I'll see about getting that acrylic window on here. Although I still got to sand down all the stuff. I'm going to make some stuff because, as you can see, I messed up a little bit along the edges. It's not completely straight because I did it with a jigsaw. But it's fine. I feel like I did okay for doing it with a jigsaw. But we'll see. And yeah, I'm going to go get the power supply, get everything ready to go. And then we will start mounting.